Welcome to The Terrible Take, a mini podcast telling Steelers Nation what's on our mind. I'm Dave Bryan. Recently in A Terrible Take, I named off 4 Pittsburgh Steelers players I considered the most intriguing in my mind after minicamp concluded and way ahead of the start of training camp. Not close to making that list of 4 players was tight end Zach Gentry, the team's former 5th-round draft pick out of Michigan a few years ago. Even so, it's probably worth talking a little about Gentry ahead of training camp starting because this summer is a big one for him. As things stand right now, Gentry seems to be set up to battle for the team's 3rd tight end spot on the depth chart behind veteran Eric Ebron and rookie draft pick Pat Freiermuth, the team's 2nd-round draft pick this year. This, however, is the same Zach Gentry who looked overwhelmed during his 2019 rookie season in the roughly 50 offensive snaps that he played. This is also the same Zach Gentry that we didn't get to see a whole lot of in 2020 as well, as not only was he inactive for the Steelers' first 8 regular season games, but he also suffered a season-ending knee injury against the Jacksonville Jaguars in Week 11. In total, Gentry played 20 offensive snaps in 2020 in 2 games and just 11 special team snaps in those contests. So, what does 2021 hold for Gentry? For starters, at least he's seemingly back healthy again and thus fully recovered from his 2020 knee injury, and that has led to him participating in the team's offseason practices. Next, it's worth pointing out that the Steelers have a new tight ends coach for 2021 in the form of Alfredo Roberts, and hopefully he can impact the development of the quarterback turned tight end this offseason. For whatever it's worth, Ebron talked glowingly about Gentry last week during his media session. "I expect Zach to grow, man," Ebron said of Gentry last week. "I was upset that he got hurt last year because when you get that opportunity to step out on the field and help your team win, you don't really want to let them down. And I felt like with the injuries, it's kind of more taken away from you." Ebron continued on Gentry. "He's young in the tight end position mentally," Ebron said. "He transferred from quarterback and stuff like that. It's fun to watch new people like that," Ebron said. "This day and age, it is getting athletic, it's getting faster, and guys that are big like Zach, who play a dominant role in certain phases of the game, he's going to continue to grow and get better doing it." Personally, I was hoping to see the Steelers sign back veteran tight end Jesse James this offseason, but as of right now, that doesn't seem to be in the cards. Assuming no experienced tight end is added the remainder of this offseason, Gentry figures to do battle with former undrafted free agent Kevin Rader during training camp for the right to be the team's 3rd tight end. On the surface, it seems like an insignificant spot on the Steelers' offensive depth chart, but with that said, whomever winds up being the Steelers' 3rd tight end to start the season will essentially be 1 snap away from playing quite a bit. Will Gentry prove worthy of holding that spot this summer? Personally, I have my doubts, but it certainly would be nice to see him prove me wrong just the same. "I feel like he's going to vastly improve this year," Ebron said of Gentry last week. "Still needs to get a little bit more flexibility, but who the hell am I to tell him he needs to get more flexible? He's 6'8". How many people are that flexible at 6'8"? But he can be dominant, and I look forward to continuing working with him on that." Here's hoping Ebron is right about Gentry. If he's not, the Steelers' former 5th-round draft pick might be done in Pittsburgh in less than 90 days from now. So, consider me intrigued about Gentry this summer as well. Be sure to follow us at SteelersDepot.com and check out episodes of The Terrible Take every weekday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And check out The Terrible Podcast with myself and Alex Kozora every Tuesday and Friday.